I followed the process around the Nobel Center, and I'm very curious about, what defines a center. I know the work of the architect David Chipperfield quite well. I know David quite well as well, and followed his, sensitivity and very sincere respect to the relationship between a building and its surroundings. I mean, the public space here, I think, is a key component. And as we know, Stockholm and Sweden in general has a very strong history in public space, meaning that the space on the street is something that people really own. I think the Nobel identity is something that Swedes has taken to their heart, so there's a strong sense of ownership, a degree of pride and so on. So I'm very curious about, how the center will actually amplify exactly what is already there. People are so proud about the Nobel. The city is so, conscious about its own space. It has a slight sort of museological tendency. Everything has to look old. So that's maybe, a challenge for Stockholm to be a little bit ahead of itself. So if I can criticize a little bit also. So I think the Nobel Center very much brings in a contemporary statement that I think also allows for a strong sense of public identity or public feeling to grow from that. We should not underestimate, it's going to be the program, the activities in the building, the future Nobel Prizes, that's going to give the identity to the building. The building is not going to color the Nobel Prizes. The Nobel Prizes are going to create the building, right? So we also have to put in architecture at its right point. And, the city is hosting the building. And I think David had been very sensitive to the fact that the city is, a space of hospitality in which this building is sitting. So the building also gains its identity and its shape and its language from the city. So we very often talk about the building as if it's somehow standing alone on the moon or something, but that's not the case. The building is full of all these driving forces, the activities, the great Nobel sort of narrative, and this is, I think, how we see it, and what gives me confidence in the project is that this is how David Chipperfield sees it himself. He's very unselfish in that way.